Time now for our daily Need to Know feature. We have a team of experts that's ready to answer all your questions on money matters. The Moneyline team went out to the streets to hear what questions you may have, and eNCA Resident Economist Trudi Makhaya was on standby to answer tonight's question from Liz.
My question is, how can you organize financing for an NGO? What are the conditions for that, and how do I live as a private individual if this is what I do, 8 to 5 every day? How do I finance myself?
As the founder of an NGO, your purpose is not to make profit, but to support some social or public goal, such as increasing access to water to people who can't afford it, or supporting education. Now, since you're not generating any profit to sustain your operations, you're going to have to raise finance. There are a lot of people who support NGOs, often because they also want to achieve the same purpose. They have the finances, but they don't want to get operationally involved on the ground. So this could be wealthy individuals like a Bill Gates or a George Soros. This could be a foundation that is set up to address some particular need. This could also be government, social development department, or the lottery, and institutions such as those also support NGOs that are rooted and embedded within a community. The challenge, of course, is how do you sustain yourself? Like a founder of any institution, you're going to have to budget for your own salary coming out of the budget of the non-profit enterprise. The challenge you might face is that most donors are very strict as to how much of your budget should go to salaries and how much should go to actually delivering the service that you want to deliver. So you're going to have to make the case that you have to attract talent, you have to make sure that the people you employ and yourself are able to sustain themselves and have a decent salary so that the mission of the organization can be advanced.
Time now for a look at the markets, starting in the U.S., where stocks fluctuated in today's trade as gains in energy companies offset a drop in technology shares. Analysts say investors are at an inflection point in the market, and they have a lot of information to digest, including the possible fallout from the elections in Greece. In Europe, markets shook off worries over those Greece elections, which was seen as a strong sign of confidence in the ECB's new €1 trillion money printing program. Weakness in European shares lasted for only about 2 hours today, although the main index in Athens fell and Greek bond yields were up. Here at home, the JSE ended trade above the 50,000-point level on the all-share index for the first time this year, tracking strength on other global markets. It was a tale of two markets, with industrial shares propping up the market while commodity stocks pulled back. Naspers hitting a new high today, while banking and retail shares firmed in anticipation of stable interest rates at this week's MPC meeting. On the commodity front, the prices put in a mixed performance today. Gold down on dollar strength. Traders also took profits following gold's push to 5-month highs last week. Oil prices have been under pressure after Saudi Arabia's new King Salman tried to calm fears of an unstable transition and policy change. A quick look at the currency market, and the rand steady against the major crosses. However, it retains a softer tone and it's found some support earlier from a firmer euro. And that's today's edition of eNCA Moneyline. Thank you very much for joining us. Any comments or questions, send by email to moneyline@enca.com or tweet us using the handle @eNCA News with the hashtag eNCA Moneyline. Good night.